I'm Harry Zane, and this is the May 2018 edition of 20 Minutes, the new video magazine by and for the people of Ayer and the Neshoba region. This month's show features a memoir about a longtime men's clothing store on Main Street, a story about someone you might call Ayer's happy birthday man, and another story about a program that teaches military veterans woodworking skills. And finally, a brand new feature on new local businesses in the area. But first, our monthly news update from Town Administrator Robert Pompriand.
The 4 special acts reorganizing the town government as approved by the Ayer Town Meeting on October 23, 2017 have been approved by the state and as of April 27, 2018 have been enacted. The 4 special acts made the following changes to Ayer's government. Changed the position of town clerk from elected in part-time to appointed in full-time. Combined the positions of elected treasurer and elected tax collector into one full-time position of appointed treasurer and tax collector. Changed the position of town administrator to town manager. The town manager has increased authority and responsibilities over personnel administration, purchasing and procurement, and is authorized to sign the town's warrants. Changed the elected position of tree warden to an appointed tree warden. These changes were made to centralize the administration and day-to-day operations of the municipal government with the goals of improved delivery of municipal services, cost-saving measures and efficiencies, and improved customer service. For more information on the details of the special acts, please visit the town's website or contact the town manager's office at the Ayer Town Hall.
Thanks, Robert. For our first story tonight, Barry Schwartzel looks at 3 generations of the Lagus family in Ayer, culminating in the P.N. Lagus men's clothing store, which recently closed on Main Street. Here's Barry's story.
P.N. Lagus, 1916 to 2018, 102 years serving the Ayer community. In 1916, Nicholas P. Lagus opened the Ayer Shoeshine Parlor on the corner of Main and Park Streets. He came to America in 1912 after leaving his home in Greece at the age of 16. In 1906, at the age of 10, he was on his own. His family could no longer afford to keep him and a sister. At this young age, they were forced to seek work that could offer them shelter. He was able to save his money to gain passage to America. After arriving in New York, he made his way to Peabody, Mass., to the home of a brother who had sponsored him. He found work at a local tannery and eventually was moved to the company's newly acquired tannery in Ayer, Mass. After saving his money for 4 years, he purchased a diner and had it moved to his present location of Main and Park Streets.
The 1890s. Immigrants are streaming through the Golden Door, making the United States a nation of nations.
I thought he was 18, but he could have been 16 when he came over. He came over in 1912, I believe. I know his brother lived in Peabody. That's who sponsored him. He started working at a tannery, and he went up to Whitefield for a while, and then they opened a tannery in Ayer here, and they shipped him to Ayer. And he saved his money and bought the store, started the Ayer shoe repair shop.
And was the building already here?
No, they moved it. I think it was I'm not sure where the building came from, but they moved it here and he opened it up. And eventually they widened it, and then my father went out the back.
Now, when your grandfather opened, did he do clothing and shoe repair?
No, just shoe repair, shoe shine and shoe repair.
Did he work alone?
No, his brother was with him, and they had another man from Lowell that helped him out.
So when did the clothing come into the store?
I think in 53, 54, my father brought in some military supplies, and that took off. And then he brought in some workwear. And around 57, 58, they moved all the machinery out to West Street.
And just stored it there?
No, they opened, a man that used to work with my father continued the shoe repair over there.
Your father did shoe repair for different schools? And
They used to do it for Groton School, and then they used to do the CC camp up on Devons. They used to turn them around in one day. My father said it was hard work, pulling the heels off, and it was dirty. All the shoes were dirty, and they'd shine them up and send them back.
so he took care of a lot of the shoes up at the Groton School.
Yeah, Groton School. Yeah, a couple of the presidents. Forget the names right now, but yeah, my grandfather told my father to be very careful with those. I think it was the Rockefellers and maybe the Roosevelt.
At what age did your father work in the shoe store with you?
He started at 12. He used to run up and down the tracks and sell penny candy to all the people on the train, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, would he shine shoes there too?
Yeah. Later on, he shined shoes. He had a kiosk, I guess, some kind of kiosk, and shined shoes. But yeah, he was a hard worker. Both my grandfather and my father. Yeah, I think the first line he got was double wear. He went into Boston, and they wouldn't give him any credit, so he raised $500 somewhere and paid cash and brought it in. He made quite a bit of money with his first purchases and kept reinvesting it and just grew and grew. Well, my father's philosophy was good service, reasonable price product, and have plenty of it. And I kind of just followed along with him. Can't tell now, we're dwindling down the inventory, but we always had a lot of inventory sizes. I decided around 8 to 10 years old that I would like to be in the business. I always liked clothes, and I was getting old enough to come down with my father and stay here for a while. And I'd borrow a quarter from my father and go up to Tony's and have a Coke and some French fries. Went to Air High School, graduated in '69, and then I went to Bentley College in Waltham and graduated in '73. And I came right in, yep.
And what year did you take over the school?
1977, yep.
Now, did your father retire?
No, he still worked, but he started taking it easy. Gave me the responsibilities.
Turn, right?
Yeah, Bob Schick's been here with us all throughout, and he's a heck of a salesman. And so we just, customer service, that was a big key. Almost 62 years he's been here, yeah. Loyal employee and co-worker.
Hello, my name is Bob Schick, and I'd like to try to explain to you how I became a member of the P.N. Lagus Company at 67 Main Street, Ayer, Mass. So in 1957, when I was discharged from the Marine Corps, I received my Korean bonus money, and I came downtown to buy some civvies. I was walking along in the main street, and I came into the P.N. Lagus Company store, and I made a few purchases. And Mr. Peter Lagus at that time took a liking to me and asked me if I would like a job. And my money was slowly running out, fastly running out, so I said yes. And I've been here ever since, which is approximately 62 years. And I do not regret 1 minute of it. You could not have asked to work for better people, caring people, and always looking out for you.
52 years I've been working here, and you know, retail's tough. You have to be here, and I got a lot of things I want to do. I haven't had much time off in the last 10, 15 years. So I have grandchildren, and they're all playing sports. So I'd like to be with them a little bit and do some skiing and a little bit of traveling, I hope. So just enjoying myself.
What a great story, Barry. And we'll all miss P.N. Lagus men's clothing. It was once one of the great local retail resources here in town. In my own case, it hasn't really occurred to me where I'll go to buy clothes now that Nick has closed his doors. By way of an update on Nick Lagus, he's currently recovering from a broken ankle he suffered very soon after retiring. We wish him a speedy recovery. And speaking of places to buy locally, we have a new segment on 20 Minutes. I'd like to welcome a new team to the show, Penny and Ed Kelly, who from time to time will be reporting on new local retail opportunities in the area. As many of you know, Ed and Penny were themselves a retail fixture in downtown Ayer, where they operated a gift and greeting card store for many years. Welcome to 20 Minutes, Ed and Penny. I understand you've been on the prowl around town finding new retail opportunities for us.
We have indeed, Harry. And I found a new clothing store called The Closet. They're located right down the street at 50 West Main Street, just beyond the railroad bridge. And they offer clothing and accessories for men, women, and children. Very reasonably priced, from $6 up to $25, mostly around the $6, $7, and $8 range. Most of them are new. There are a few gently used clothing, well experienced. And some of the featured brands are The Gap, New York and Company, Banana Republic, and they are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6.
Anything else we've found around town?
Well, I know you've heard of Collins, but did you know that David Barry has totally renovated the place? It is now going to be called Collins Restaurant, and he's open from Tuesday through Sunday.
So same location, but new restaurant.
Same location, but now a restaurant.
And it's been renamed
Collins Restaurant.
Collins Restaurant.
Another spot we found was the Hyungjae Rice Cake Bakery, a catering service at, again, down West Main Street, 210 West Main. They have at least 14 different varieties of rice cakes, so all you need to do is call the numbers and go and pick up your order.
So not a retail storefront, but a catering business.
That's right, you want to call in an order first.
Okay.
And have you tried the new Capri Bakery at 60 West Main Street? Everything is made on the premises from scratch, and they're open 7 days a week.
Ed, I understand that the building you own has a business in it, and they had a bit of a mishap recently. Did that upset any of their business there?
Yes, the Heart of Air was closed for 1 day due to a car accident, and Dexter Stevens, the CPA from upstairs, managed to continue, but he did meet a few clients in the car.
And that was because the car actually took the columns out holding up the front of the building.
It took out 2 of the 4 columns, yes.
Yeah. But Dexter, it was
close.
tax time, and Dexter stayed at it.
Stayed at it, yes.
Well, that's great. Ed and Penny, thank you so much for this new segment, and I'm looking forward to new reports in the future on new businesses in town.
All right,
Thanks
thanks,
for
Harry.
coming. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. And now an interview with someone you might call Ayer's birthday man. His name is Ernie Girton, and his front lawn signs wish friends and strangers happy birthday. Here's our interview. If you're a regular commuter on Sandy Pond Road down by the old schoolhouse, you've probably asked yourself why there are birthday greetings on someone's front lawn. And we have here today visiting us the who behind those signs, and it's Ernie Girton of 142 Sandy Pond Road, and he's going to tell us the what, the why, and the how of those birthday greeting signs in his front yard. Ernie, welcome to 20 Minutes.
Thank you very much.
So Ernie, how long have you been putting these signs up on?
It's been about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. And how did you get started doing it?
I had 2 trellises in the backyard, and I said, what am I going to do with these? So I decided after thinking for a while, I'm going to put them out front, and I'll put my daughter's birthday up there when it comes up. And then their friends saw it, which was online. Their friends saw it, and they wanted theirs up there. So I said, okay, it's not a big deal, not a problem. I had enough wood around, so I made some more signs up.
So did you put it online?
I take a picture. If I put the sign up, because they're from New Hampshire, so if they're not going to drive by here to see it, that's what I do.
So people started asking you to put their birthday.
Yeah, they did. They saw it up there, and their friends, my daughter's friends, and friends of mine asked me if I could put their name up and stuff. I said, sure. They usually ask, who's it for? Is that just family? Is that for, I said, no, I just said, it started out that way, just my daughter's, I said, but no, I'll make up your sign and put it up there.
Most of these are strangers?
The majority of them, well, I talk to some of them online, and they have friends of friends and stuff, and they see it and stuff, so I put it on. But there's a lot from town. People that stopped in I'm outside doing stuff in the summer. People will stop in, they see it, and they ask me, wow, do you think you can do a sign for me? I say, sure, not a problem.
So how far away do some of these people whose signs are, how far away do they live?
South Carolina. Really? I have a friend out there, yeah.
So you're putting them online from what? From basically all different parts of the country. People
People that I know that live in other places. There's some in Florida, South Carolina, New Hampshire. There's quite a few from New Hampshire.
On a Facebook page, is that what you do?
Right, that's what I do.
So you make all these signs yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, with hand paint them?
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing fancy. Yeah, it's a brush and paint, and yeah.
But you keep them so that you can put them up the following year's birthday.
I do that for most of them. Yes, I do that. There's some that stop in there. They want to sign for somebody, and might never see them again.
People have even staged videos using your sign. You told me about somebody who lived in Ayer who made a video of their child who, when they first saw their sign, they captured it on a phone video.
Taking a video.
I am, because I want to see your face.
Okay.
Do you see?
Yeah.
You see?
What? Did you get him to do that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You're not kidding, really? Ah! Oh my gosh. You're not kidding.
Nope. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
True, that was one of the best moments that I've had as far as the signs, as far as stories. Somebody that my daughter was talking to on the computer, I interrupted and said hi and stuff, and the woman said, oh, you're the person that makes the signs? I said, yes, I am. She said, oh my God, I love that. My daughter and I go by there every morning when I take her to school, and we always say, oh, I wonder who that could be. Whose name's going to be up there today? And so I said, well, if you want, I can make you a sign. She said, oh my God, can you really? I said, sure, that's not a problem. So I made one up for her, and I didn't know she was going to do this, but on the day that the sign was up and she was taking her daughter to school, she was videotaping her. Her daughter was in the back seat, and the woman was videotaping her, and she actually sent me the videotape that she did, and that was just the most genuine thing that I've ever seen. Yeah. The daughter was so appreciative. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Didn't you have some livestock that you were talking about on your?
Yeah, well, it wasn't too long ago. We had a bull that escaped in Littleton and came to Ayer to honor our presence. So.
Yeah, it was a bull that had escaped.
It escaped, yeah, it escaped, and it actually wound up in the back of. It was up into the back of my house where I live. Then it came down across the street by the church there and stuff. But it evaded the police and different people in town for days.
And I think they said they were going to have to shoot it because they didn't think they could capture it. And you had a sign that said,
"Run, Bo, run." Yeah, I had a lot of people that even came down to take pictures of that.
So how long have you been living in Ayer?
Probably around 33 years.
Oh, really?
Not at that place, but I've been there about maybe 21 years.
Are you a native of Ayer? Are you born in Ayer?
No, I was born in Westford.
So you're from this area?
Right.
And you're retired?
I retired civil service from Fort Devens, yeah.
Okay. You're single, and I think you told me an interesting story about that.
Yeah, high school days. Yeah, I was going out with a girl at the time. Back in high school, I was I think a sophomore, senior, I forget now what it was. But yeah, we went out for about 2 years, and then we broke off. And when we separated, I said, well, give me a call sometime. Lo and behold, I never thought I would get a call, but about maybe 45 years later, maybe.
5 years later.
I get a call, and Donna says, well, it's me. So we got back together again.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Girton, a guy whose charm has lasted through the years. That's a great story. Now, Ernie, you've had lots and lots of compliments for your signs. Have you had any complaints?
Not one.
Not one.
Not one complaint. I figured, no, I didn't have any.
Well, there you have it, folks. This is Ernie Girton, a charming guy and also a very nice guy. Thanks for coming to 20 Minutes, Ernie.
My pleasure. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
very much, Harry. Appreciate it.
I have to say that he was not the person I expected to find behind those signs. And now a short piece by reporter Dennis McGillicuddy about a really interesting program through which an Ayer resident teaches woodworking skills to veterans. Let's watch.
Veterans, if you have the desire to work with your hands to make something of your own, here's an opportunity to work with woodworking tools to craft things like toolboxes, wooden jigs, cabinets, toys, crafts, and furniture for free. Now is your chance to learn from Steve Branham, Ayer's own woodworking specialist at the Ayer Shirley Regional High School Woodworking Workshop. Steve trains vets on standard woodworking tools like saws, chisels, hammers, and planes, as well as how to sharpen tools, create joints, and apply finishes. He currently works with 4 veterans at a time, which allows for more one-on-one coaching. So, if you are interested, contact Pat Russell at the Ayer Shirley Regional School District Continuing Education Program at 978-772-8600, extension 1467, or by email at prussell@arsrsd.org, or register online at https://www.arsrsdcommunityed.org/about-us. For more information about the course itself, check out the course at Community Education website.
Thanks, Dennis, for that pay it forward effort by Steve Branham. So if you've got a story for 20 minutes, let us know. Send us an email at zane4@ayerpac.org. And that's our show for this month. And until next month, this is 20 Minutes Around Your Town.